What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Thick Threads. I'm Patrick Cloud.
I'm Persephanii.
You never do that.
I know.
We have a special episode today. We never really have guests like that. As you can see, we are sitting on the same side. We never do that.
We never do that, except for Grizzly Tales.
Because we about to interview the founders of Victorioso Mezcal. They're going to teach us everything from the production to what they do, the distribution. We're going to have a little tasting.
Yeah.
This is premium mezcal. This isn't them plastic bottles that we used to in the liquor store.
Because them shits is nasty.
They brought it in a briefcase.
Yeah.
They brought the liquor bottle in a briefcase.
Okay.
Like a rocket launcher.
You're ridiculous. Okay, so you
Before
got
we do that, they're gonna come in just a second.
Y'all know what these are at this point now.
The manifestation cards.
Mm-hmm.
This is brought to you by Stephanie's Secret.
Yeah, I got some secrets, y'all. I'll be telling y'all some of my secrets, though.
And
you know, I appreciate they did. They actually gifted me these.
No, but did they hit you up after about this?
Yeah, so they're excited about us doing this. So I can't wait to send this over to the Secret.
All right, I would always be picking, so you pick this.
Okay, I'm gonna pick, and I'm probably gonna pick the best one because that's what I'm manifesting right now. I'm manifesting a fire manifestation.
Somebody's vocabulary needs some work. I'm manifesting a fire manifestation. Manifest.
I didn't say manifest again. You just wanted to try to
go ahead.
Whatever. Money doesn't bring happiness, but happiness brings money. Period.
Okay.
If you keep thinking that you need money, then you will keep attracting needing money. You will have to find a way of being happy now, of feeling good now, of being in joy now without the money, because those great feelings are what attracts money. Bam. Okay. Money doesn't bring happiness, but happiness brings money.
I have a slight issue with money doesn't bring happiness because I feel like there should be an asterisk.
Okay.
I think that's like saying like a roller coaster doesn't bring happiness. Like, it's really fun. If you just get on there and you grumpy and you upset and negative, you're not going to have fun on the roller coaster, but it's supposed to be fun. Getting money is insanely fun. But if you were already upset and sad and mad at everything, then you have some shit to heal and that's not going to fix anything.
I don't know.
But having money as opposed to not is so much more fun.
I don't know. I agree with having money as opposed to not is so much more fun. But at the same time, how many people do we see with loads and loads of money who are ridiculously unhappy?
Because that's how they were before.
So, right. So if they were happy before, then that money coming in,
you can give that same nigga a giant trampoline and he'll be jumping on it up and down, pause, really, really sad and depressed.
Wow.
But
you have to pause?
If you have who the hell can you give a giant trampoline to and their life wouldn't improve unless they weren't a piece of shit depressed person before that?
There's a lot of people that are happy before they have loads of money. And so exactly. I think so if you change your mindset to be happy, then maybe you can be there going out and getting the bread that's going to get you the money.
Right.
But if you're depressed and like, I need money, I need money.
Obviously happier when that money comes.
Right, because it says happiness brings money. So you need to have that happiness established.
But the hard work brought the money. Him being at the crib smiling didn't bring the bag.
Do you enjoy what you do?
Absolutely.
And that brings money.
Yeah.
If you weren't making money, would you still be happy with some of the things that you're doing?
I enjoyed doing what I did now when it didn't give me any money.
That's what we're saying. That's what this is saying. This is saying you were happy before this was bringing you money.
But me being happy didn't bring the money. But when the money came, because I wasn't upset already, I was so much happier.
So you're saying happier. So you were already happy.
But I think that this quote is saying that the happiness brought the bag. The happiness helped bring the bag
put you
because
in a
I wasn't upset
to go
at
get
work.
The bag. Lord, this is a tough guy.
All I'm saying is that don't
argue with the manifestation card.
I'm just saying there should be an asterisk.
There's no asterisk.
I'm just saying. I don't know how to say that word either. But we're gonna talk about we're about to talk to some people who really did get to the bag.
Big
We're about to
bags.
talk to the founders of Victorioso
Victorioso.
Mezcal, premium mezcal.
Premium. I have here with me Eugenio and Yelena, founders of Victorioso Premium Mezcal. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have a very like kingpin, queen pin energy. Like very
Yes.
boss. You got the briefcase on here, like
Well, actually, mezcal is a gold liquid of
Liquid.
Oaxaca,
so you do got some gold in
Ooh,
here.
Okay.
Yes.
So Oaxaca, Mexico.
Mexico.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about the brand and what we can expect?
Well, my husband Eugenio, he's actually a 3-generation producer of mezcal from Matatlan.
Oh.
That is actually a capital of mezcal, production of mezcal in Oaxaca, Mexico.
Ooh.
And this is very beautiful mezcal, unlike a lot of other mezcal that you probably would have an opportunity to try. All our products are organic. There is no sugar, no additives. We only use mature agave. We literally go to the field and check piñas for the content of sugar before we cut it.
Piñas are a flower.
Piña is actually the root
The
of
root.
agave.
Okay.
Yeah.
The root of
So
agave.
we get rid of the leaves, and the actual root is what being used in production of mezcal.
Okay.
And we also use the sweet water from the mountains of Oaxaca for the fermentation.
Sweet water just sounds so good.
Yeah, what makes water sweet? Like what makes it sweet water?
Because it's natural spring water in the
Oh,
mountains.
Okay.
Interesting.
Mm.
So I have a question just for people who don't know, like myself. What is the difference between tequila and mezcal?
Well, tequila is industrial. Tequila is made out of blue agave in the state of Jalisco usually.
Mhm.
And it's a young agave, maybe 3 to 4 or 5-year-old plant. 45% agave, sugar, and water.
Mm.
Tequila you can mass produce in thousands and thousands of liters a day. You
Oh,
can
wow.
create a formula and you can get it going indefinitely. And tequila usually has no taste, no smell, and you shoot it.
It's similar to vodka,
Mhm.
Oof,
you know?
those are so
Mezcal,
rough.
on the other hand, is artisanal. All the processes are done by hand and it's produced in small batches with a special way that production is done. The very first thing that it's cooked in a pit with volcanic rocks and wood.
Volcanic rocks?
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, that's what gives it smokiness.
Now, that is what I do know about mezcal. So historically, mezcal has kind of been one of my least favorite alcohols because of it was so smoky. I felt like it went right up my nose, but I've never really had a high quality mezcal. So I wonder if this would give a different taste. Well, I've always been skeptical about mezcal because it's been so tough.
Too smoky.
Too
Absolutely.
smoky for me. And you know when mezcal is added to something because you can tell.
Yes.
Right.
Unlike some other alcohols, like if somebody just gave you a mixed drink and you didn't know what it was,
Mhm.
for me, I might not be able to tell like if this is Hennessy, if this is some type of vodka, cognac, whatever. But if there's mezcal in it, I absolutely know. I can tell like there's some in this. So that's been tough. So you guys have a premium mezcal. So
Correct.
this I'm assuming sets you guys apart from the mezcal that's kind of mass produced in the stores now.
Well, to finish your first question, actually, mezcal can be produced out of 30 plus different varieties of agave.
Oh.
And to answer your question right now, this is how it goes. So if mezcal is being produced by the actual families that are producing mezcal in Oaxaca, okay, most of them are beautiful.
Mhm.
And you cannot say that one mezcal is good and one mezcal is bad because it all depends on the person's palate.
Okay.
every mezcal has different tasting notes. And we have the agave that can be cultivated, and we have the agave that is wild, that only grows in the wild. But every person, not worrying about like how much it costs or what type of agave it is, your palate tells you which mezcal you like.
Okay.
On the other hand, when mezcal is being brought to United States or internationally, most people that are mass producing mezcal, it now becomes industrial. So the challenges are because they're trying to mass produce it like tequila. They're not waiting for agave to mature enough. So most of the brands are using younger agave that doesn't have enough sugar. And because it usually may take a month or more to do the fermentation process, like the whole process can take over a month from the very beginning to the very end for us or small producers, because it all depends on the weather. If the weather is cold, it's going to take longer. If the weather is warm, it's going to be a shorter period of time. So for normal producers, it would take probably around a month. For people that are making it as a business, they're not using the mature agave, and they're mass producing, they're using additives in the fermentation process that allows them to make few batches a month. Also, a lot of them are not using sweet water from the mountains. They may be using city water. Some
That just
people,
sounds horrible.
I know,
City water.
some people are even cooking right now with gasoline to expedite the cooking process so they can get more product out of it. So a lot of times when you taste agave, you have gasoline notes.
Oh my God.
So it's
So maybe that's what I've tasted
probably
in the
you
past.
probably
It's
didn't
just
taste the good
so it's
quality.
like gas.
So they're cutting their product
Yes.
with other things.
Yeah.
So they're basically we're tasting the premature version of the plant that's not fully grown.
Correct.
Additives that speed up the process.
Sugars.
They're not using sweet water, they're using tap water. And they're cutting it with gasoline.
The cooking
Exactly.
with gasoline
cooking it,
versus
okay.
giving it, cook for like 3-5 days with wood and volcanic rocks. They're expediting all the processes so they can get more batches, more quantity, and less time.
So can you tell us how your mezcal is made, or is it kind of like the Krabby Patty secret formula? You can't really tell.
Well,
how
let's
it's made.
put it this way. So the process of cooking mezcal is literally the same.
Okay.
The challenges are that every family has their own recipe as to how long they do certain processes,
it's about
what
timing.
kind of agave they use, what kind of wood they use, what kind of water they use. So all of that differentiates family from family.
Gotcha.
Okay. For us, once again, let me take you through the whole process so you understand how it's done. And with Victorioso, it all depends on the weather and the plant. Okay, so we let the weather and the plant dictate the process. So the very first thing that's done is we cut off the leaves, and the actual piña is being used for actual cooking process. And to give you an idea, like this is 10 tons of agave.
Wow.
Okay. This is the piñas that you're using in the cooking process, and this is espadín, the agave that can be cultivated. Okay,
Gotcha.
so 10 tons of agave can make about 1,500 bottles.
Okay.
Okay, so you get an idea. Okay,
Who's that standing on top of it?
Is that you?
One guy.
Victorioso.
That's you. Looks like you got an empire. Like,
Right.
Tell me
it's
about
to be
it.
money.
So first thing, you cook it in a pit, and it can be 3 days, 5 days, 6 days, all depending on the weather. Then you take the agave out, and of course, before you cook it, you cut it. Okay, you take it out, you let agave rest, and you can literally take it apart, and it's like sugar cane, like caramel, beautiful tasting notes, very organic, and this is what mezcal is being made from. Then you crush it with a Tahona wheel, and some families use electric wheel, most families use horses or donkeys,
Oh.
and then you ferment it. We ferment with water from the mountains. And again, the process may take 3 weeks, it may take 4 weeks, it may take a month and a week, all depending on how long, what the weather is.
Okay.
And the actual agave. If it's wilds, it takes longer for every process because the piñas are smaller, less sugar, and they're more hard to cook.
Okay.
The espadín is usually faster. Okay. And then we distill it in the copper, and it's ready to be served.
All right. Okay.
That's interesting. So
Very,
you guys,
very interesting.
from the photo, it seems you guys are like out there in the, like where they're actually doing the production
In
and
the
cutting.
fields.
Are you guys like helping chop the stuff down? Like how hands on are you guys when you guys go to the factories in the fields?
Well, we go to the field to check the processes and the quality. We do not grow our own agave because the plants that we are using for Victorioso, they're very mature. And a lot of people that are producing, the more mature is the plant, the more expensive it is. So we sometimes go 3-4 hours away from Oaxaca to purchase the plants because Eugenio has big family and a lot of people that he knows. So we purchase our plants, but we cook the agave in our factories, and we have the packing house and the fulfillment area. So all of that is done actually in the house that his grandfather built over 100 years ago.
Very cool.
Yeah, for 3 generations.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm
Let's
ready
go
to
start.
I'm ready
Yeah.
to taste something.
Let's
so
see the. Let's
I
see it.
see this amazing briefcase, like you said. It looks like wow. Your bottle. Oh my God, the bottle
Everything
is
about
beautiful.
Victorioso brand has a story. Okay? And before I take you through the story, I want to elaborate a little bit to finish our previous conversation.
Okay.
Everything about Victorioso is a lot different from a lot of other brands, okay? Even from a lot of brands in Oaxaca, okay? Eugenio's family, his father is actually featured in the Museum of Mezcal in Mazatlan, Oaxaca.
Oh wow.
His family was one of the pioneers in production of mezcal. The grandfather was growing agave since 1920s, and they started producing mezcal 1955.
Okay.
So the father had one of the first 5 registered factories and one of the first 5 registered brands. In 1970s, there is more producers started jumping on the market to produce mezcal. And although it's a moonshine, the agave was quite expensive for them. So once again, as it happening right now, a lot of them started cutting corners by using sugars and additives. So Eugenio's father, Juan Cernas, actually hired an attorney, and with one more Palenquero is producer of mezcal. They were instigating the riots, and the father was financing the riots to preserve, to create the union to preserve the quality of mezcal.
Oh, this is a little spicy information.
The whole
Yes.
process.
So literally, you could have people like standing on the roof with the shotguns protecting the people that were coming to the house. They were taking buses to take them to Oaxaca, for the marches, for the quality of mezcal. So there was assassination attempt on his life 3 times by the police because of the corruption.
By the police.
Yes. And he died in a car accident. So our mission as a brand, as a family, to produce mezcal in a way that Eugenio's ancestors would be proud of. So we're not cutting corners. We're not chasing money. We want the mezcal to be the most beautiful product there is.
Okay.
And these assassination attempts came because he was going to disrupt the business too much, or
Yes.
Yes.
from the government's point of view too.
Pretty corrupt.
In my house, my father, 600 people for the meeting every 2 weeks
Wow.
They would
In my
600 people would come to your house
for the meeting.
just based
Wow.
off the mezcal and
Yes.
all of that.
All the
Yeah,
producers.
all the producers, like 600.
There's over 1,000
Must have a big
producers
house.
of mezcal
Yeah.
in Oaxaca. Small families.
600 people in a house is actually the most impressive part.
That is
That's
wild.
a
And
lot
he
of
was
people.
actually
That's a lot of
hiring the
people.
buses and taking those people for the marches, for the creation of the union to the center of Oaxaca. So there was a lot going on.
So they're serious about
Let me
this.
give it a
Very
try.
serious. Not yet, not
Not
yet, please. I know my husband's very excited to let people taste it, but I don't want to get
we
there
do
yet.
we do want to taste it, and we don't have a lot of time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to go much faster. Okay, so we're going to start quickly with the legend of Mezcal.
Okay.
The god of rain threw the lightning onto earth. It hit agave, roasted it, and that's how an elixir of the gods was made. So mezcal is very mystical, and it came out from the place that is very mystical. Oaxaca is very famous for the ancient pyramids, very mystical location where the royalty used to live. Even right now, the people walking around with the attire, with the robes that they've been wearing for centuries. Every village have their own colors, have their own dialect. Zapotec people live in Mazatlan, Oaxaca, but there is like over 20 different dialects. So it's a very mystical, very spiritual place. And just so you see, you have the V for Victorioso and agave and the lightning. Okay. Also, all our bottles have gold on it, and gold because it's a gold liquid of Oaxaca.
Gold liquid.
And everything about the actual brand, we were trying to capture the history and the culture into the brand. So what you see is the steps like multi-abund pyramids, where very mystical, where royalty used to live. But every layer of the step has its own story. So the top one is a multi-abund pyramid, very spiritual and mystical. The second one is a cycle of life, birth, life, and death. And the third one in Zapotec culture, it means either 4 directions or 4 elements. So the way we say it is from your birth to your death, find your path. Choose direction in life. Live a mystical life, celebrate all your victories with the purest alcohol, Victorioso.
Wow.
Hey.
So does that like is that like a real pyramid that, or was that made specifically for the bottle?
We made specifically everything for the bottle to capture and bring out the culture and the history.
But the
of
shape
Oaxaca.
of the pyramid
Yes.
is in Mazatlan
Oaxaca.
or
Oaxaca.
Oaxaca?
Oaxaca.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you say the V represents the lightning strike also?
Inside the V, you have an agave and a lightning. And that represents the actual
Oh, I
legend.
do see it in the middle.
Actual
Okay.
legend of mezcal. So
That's kind of
what
cool.
we have in the brand, we have 4 different products.
Okay.
Espadin is what you can cultivate, but you're going to sample a 12-year-old agave.
Okay.
Okay.
12-year-old.
12 years
And
old.
then the second one, I don't know if we have a chance to sample in it, but this is the high end of mezcal.
Okay.
So all our products are also award winners at the LA Spirits Awards last year at a blind tasting.
Congratulations.
Thank
very
you
nice.
very much.
you.
We didn't have the product, we didn't have the bottle finished yet, so we decided to enter the blind tasting. We wanted to get the proof of concept for the product. And literally the judge called us the next day and they said that, we usually don't do that. We're not allowed to, but all the judges were smitten by our product. And we got the platinum, best in show, best mezcal of 22, and golds.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this year, all the judges wanted to revisit the brand, so we actually had the dinner paired with mezcal over at Sol Agave, one of our restaurants where we carry it.
Okay.
The beauty of this brand is because we produce small batches, we are not in liquor stores, we're not in supermarkets. We're strategically targeting to sell it to the venues where people don't mind paying a little more for the experience of mezcal.
Okay.
All our products also have 45% alcohol. Why 45? Because agave does not open up in anything below than 45. So anything below 45 is not quite mezcal. Anything above 45, you already have too much alcohol. So you don't have the actual tasting notes of the mezcal.
Okay.
Okay, so everything about the brand is very thought of. And a lot of people are thinking, oh my God, there is $30, $40 bottles of mezcal. Why are you guys almost $150?
Okay. So this bottle right here
It's $149.
retails for $149. Okay.
Yeah.
And this one is like the classic. That's like the
This is,
basic.
okay, so this is, we shouldn't say the basic, but this is one of the, not a rare type of agave. You can cultivate espadin. And espadin, as you will see, the piñas are bigger and it has more sugar.
Mm.
The wilds would be smaller piñas, less sugar, and more difficult to cook.
Okay.
And the same 10 tons of agave can produce maybe 200 to 500 liters versus around, 1,000, 1,200 for espadín.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So I want to show you something that a lot of mezcals cannot do. If you don't mind, I don't know if they can see us or not, but I want you to put a little drop of mezcal
in
on
your
your
hand.
hand. This is one of the ways that palenqueros, people that produce mezcal, check the
Now
quality.
you do this.
Go like this. Okay, let's evaporate it a little bit.
Okay, so we clean
Washing
it.
our hands
clean
with
it-
the
wash our
Wash your
product.
hands with mezcal. Now I want you to take
Right.
both hands
Close.
close to your nose and just slowly smell it. So you will have a little hint of the smokiness, but you'll have a lot of herbal notes, sweet notes, very organic plant notes.
I smell so much stuff.
You can
Yes.
have the note of the
And that's what a lot of people don't quite understand, because the only thing people understand that agave is, mezcal is smoky. Okay, but
Smells
it's
turned
not
up.
what it's supposed to be. Okay, and literally when you drink mezcal, Victorioso, espadín, those would be the tasty notes, and everything is from
All those.
agave.
Yes.
Okay.
So we got
Okay.
lime, cantaloupe. What is that? Fudge?
It's
Dulce de
actually
leche.
dulce de leche caramel.
Oh, caramel.
Orange.
Mandarin.
Oh, mandarin.
Okay.
So
Lemon.
depending on your palate, you can figure out all the different notes. Now, espadín Victorioso is beautiful, neat, and you can mix it in a cocktails.
Okay.
But the right way to drink mezcal, everything with mezcal is a journey. Okay, tequila you shoot to get drunk. Mezcal is an experience. Mezcal, you take your time, and in Oaxaca they say you kiss mezcal. Un besito, muy poquito. Okay,
Yes.
so the right way to drink mezcal,
Salud.
the first sip is
Salud.
going to be a little shock to your mouth because it's 45% alcohol. You take a little sip, swish it around, swallow, and go like this. Let agave open up.
This is like more like drink whiskey, cognac, slow.
Okay. Okay.
So what
I
happened?
feel the smokiness.
Yes, feel the smokiness, but it also a little bit sharp because of the
So
alcohol.
the flavor is very good flavor.
How do you feel?
You know, it's crazy because this isn't the first time we met you. We've sampled it before, and that was the first time I ever heard that your mouth and your taste buds are shocked by that first initial, and that makes so much sense when you drink alcohol. Like that first one is just like woo, and then you kind of explained it like in a very simple way where like your mouth is shocked, so. It's like the taste almost opens up after that one.
Exactly.
So I
on the
noticed that
second
the
sip,
second one
on
is
the
when I
third
really
sip,
started hearing.
now it
smelling
grows on you. Now your palate starts experiencing
Yeah.
different tasty notes. So for people that like Scotch and whiskey,
wait. Don't take
they
your second
love
one.
Victorioso Espadín because Scotch and whiskey has a little smokiness, but it has a lot of sugar and the taste is the same.
Yeah.
With our product, every sip gives you different notes. Now, the beauty of the pure mezcal is it's beautiful operative, a beautiful digestant. But the main thing for me is beautiful aphrodisiac, especially that
Ooh.
I'm a woman. So it makes you
Makes
very
you
warm
feel-
and fuzzy,
Wow.
very sensual,
Little
opens
fuzzy.
up.
Oh man.
Fuzzy. Yeah,
I might be
Yeah.
over here
very
like
sensual. Right. Plus, because it has no sugar content, it gives you beautiful energy. So if you're dancing, if you're enjoying yourself, you're gonna want to dance and party and have a good time. If you're sitting down having a conversation, you're gonna mellow, but you're not gonna be drunk. Okay, no roller coasters. So you're gonna be having beautiful conversation in a very relaxed way. Okay, if you're happy, it's gonna keep you happy. If you're not happy, you may cry your heart out.
Aw.
Okay.
And this no sugar.
Oh, so basically it enhances whatever mood you're in.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Okay.
That makes sense. I mean, it's cool. I guess I've never really had premium liquor like that because all the liquor that I've known throughout my life is just cheap to get you drunk. You know what I mean? Like it's not to like be savored. It's not to be like, enjoyed in this
The
way.
challenge, if I may say also, the important part of mezcal when you distill it, that you need to take away the head and the tail.
How
And
many
only
times is it
use-
distilled?
Two.
2 times.
Twice
Yeah.
distilled. Okay.
Anything more than that, you already have too much water going on. So, but you have to only use a portion of mezcal. So you can cook a lot, but only use a portion of it that is good for you. Otherwise, you have a lot of ethanol that's
Okay.
not good for your stomach, for your headaches,
Right.
for your system, for your body.
Mhm.
And, in a lot of brands, we can taste that it's not that pure. Okay. Also, for mezcal, it's very important to be in a clear bottle. So it has to be pure and very, very clean, because if the bottles are not clear, then you don't literally see what is inside, because it has to go through so many processes. So you need to make sure that you're getting the purest juice.
I've had premium liquor before, but I've never been guided on how to drink it. So this is a wonderful experience to be able to be guided on how to drink it the way it was meant to be taken. So
Because
called
you're connecting your
Mhm.
you're connecting your soul to the
Espadín.
earth, to the wind, to the to the plant, to the whole thing, and that's what makes it an experience. Every sip gives you joy.
So with every sip, do we have to wish it around, or
Just one time.
So
Only
just
one time. Just
and-
so your palate gets a burst of alcohol,
Okay.
and then it becomes very smooth, and then you enjoy all
Even the
notes.
blowing thing where you're like, you
So we
only
don't
have to do
have
that
to
the
do
first time?
First time.
So
And
the
it
second
makes
time you
agave
just-
open up.
Okay,
so if we
how do
take
you
a
drink it
second sip, we can just sip it.
Salad.
Salud.
You see how it's smooth?
It is
and
a lot
flavor,
smoother
and
than the
it's like
first.
a-
It definitely doesn't taste as smoky. The first time was just like shock and
Right.
smokiness, but this time it's
No,
like,
plus also we just opened the bottle, brand new bottle. So, if it's
So we're getting
airs
everything.
a little bit,
Mhm.
then it's going to be much more balanced. But Victorioso Mezcal is very, very balanced.
so typically you would leave the top off to let it aerate, or?
Well, if you're drinking, you wouldn't close it.
Oh,
Okay.
You just drink it and you enjoy it and
Enjoy.
it airs out, but it's very balanced. You have a hint of smokiness.
It's very
because you cannot
natural,
go-
organic, no sugar.
Okay.
is it gold at any point? I mean, I hear it referred to as the gold liquid, liquid gold. At any point in the process, is it gold and then that's filtered out, or?
No.
Okay.
It's no. It's just called liquid gold of Oaxaca because that's
Because
Because it's so
natural,
valuable.
Yeah,
because
so valuable.
natural.
It's been mezcal is since 16th century,
Okay.
so it's hundreds of years.
And the gods gave it to them. They were like, turn up, shock the plant,
Roasted it.
Roasted.
Boom.
But
Let's
that
go.
also gives you a combination of the water and the air and the earth, all the elements
Mm.
of
Okay.
Oaxaca.
So you said you have 4 different mezcals,
Correct.
and you have another one here.
Correct.
Which one is this? I know we can't actually try it, but can you tell us a little bit about this one and let us know what it retails for?
Sure. So we have the top of the line, and it's called Ensemble. The Ensemble has 4 wild agaves.
Mhm.
Nobody has combination like this one.
Okay.
It's Tobala, Kusha, Mexicano, and Tempestate. But what's important is that there's 25% of each cooked together, fermented together, distilled together, and the age of the plants are 15, 16, 22, and 30-year-old plants.
Wow.
There's only 600 bottles produced. Every bottle, even Espadín, by hand you have the number of the bottle. So it can be a beautiful collection item because these are the very first batch that came to United States for Victorioso. So the other 2 are coming probably within 45 or 60 days. And a lot of people are waiting to collect the all 4 so that they can have the full, first edition.
Yeah.
Okay, that can be going on up in value.
So this is
okay?
exclusive.
That's the-
Very
that's
exclusive.
That's a big
Exclusive
boy.
bottle.
This one is
600?
What number
No.
bottle is this?
this number is 429
Out of
Ooh,
600.
out of 600.
Ooh.
We cannot control which ones are, first ones in line or last ones in line.
Edition
But
limited.
it's all limited edition.
Limited. All right, hit us with the
Okay.
price tag.
The
I'm
price
ready
tag.
for it. This
The
is
price.
$150 over
Retail.
here.
This one is selling over $1,000.
Woo!
And it's
Wow.
by invitation only because it's very, very special. And venues do carry it, the higher end venues. We're in Bowen Sunset, Sofitel Hotel, W Hotel, Spring Place, Hotel California.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you
So,
guys are in some
yeah,
places where
yeah.
people love to have some fun.
I was about to say, I thought the Eagles were that's a real place.
Yeah, we just
Polo
started.
Club in
yeah.
Santa Barbara.
We
Golf
brought
Club.
we brought
Okay.
the product in about 6 months ago. This is going on 7th months.
Okay,
we're
so it's a
still
baby in the
we're
U.S.
still a baby,
Yeah.
but we're in
That's crazy.
over 60 locations where people would like to come and have an experience and not just to get drunk. Also, we
Okay.
do have our product in a few nightclubs, and what people don't realize that mezcal gives you beautiful energy. That as aphrodisiac, it opens you. You wanna dance, like especially if there is a house music or something, very kind of mellow.
Mhm.
It gives you a lot of beautiful energy. So
We
So this
need
is what
that. We
the-
need beautiful
It's what
energy.
the elite are drinking and partying and stuff like
That's why
that.
they've been moving so slow and wavy.
Because we drinking the cheap stuff.
Mhm.
So you
We
gotta
be out
drop
there.
a band if you want to taste the high end. Now, is this the highest end of
Victorioso.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. This
Okay.
is the premium.
Premium.
So
Yeah.
this one has 4 vials. The other 2 that are coming, they're individual vials.
Okay.
It's going to be Tobala and Kush, but
Okay.
also about 15, 16-year-old plants.
Okay.
Can you drink a little bit water? I want to give you a little bit sample
the
for
premium
this.
premium?
Yes, premium, and I
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
different glass
That's it.
here.
I'll take the premium.
Yeah.
You feel the
Just so you can
difference.
see the difference. Now,
Yes,
this one
yes,
is going to
yes.
be more oily, more complex, tingling in your mouth, so it gives you
Okay.
a different experience.
This might be a
Okay.
strange question, but
Oh Lord.
the places that you grow the agave plant, do you guys have like a lot of bats? Do you guys have a bat problem?
Okay. Well, the agave actually pollinated by birds and bats. That's what makes it very, mystical. Especially tobala that cannot be reproduced. The bats and birds are the ones that are kind of bringing the seeds to different locations. Also, espadin can be cultivated, but the wilds, you can find them in the rocks, in the mountains, in the cliffs, by the river, and you have like one grows one way, the other one grows the other way. So it takes a minute
Yeah.
to, find them and take them out and bring them down from the mountains. Long time.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now this one, also you can do the same thing. You're welcome to try it and just see how different it is.
So the first one is wish it around.
You can do that because
Okay.
you want your whole palate to get the first burst.
So you
Okay.
guys, so there are a lot of bats.
There are a lot of bats.
Okay. Because we actually just recently learned that bats are a crucial part of the agave plant
Absolutely.
pollination.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty
And
cool.
this
You
more
thinking about guano?
more flavor, and more smooth. It's more elegant.
Okay. Do you have to do the shock thing over again, or
You can try. You
Can
just had the other
can
one.
show
You may
the
not
note of
need to.
honey, please, in the phone?
It's
In the phone. Salud. This very elegant, very smooth, very premium.
Mm-hmm. I feel like when I breathe
this
out,
actually
it's
the
when,
tasting notes for this.
I was about to say it tastes fruitier. It doesn't taste as
Yes.
smoky as the other one.
No,
So
this is
all
like
the tasting
There's
notes,
I
honey?
like this one a lot better.
honey.
I love honey.
Yeah. Honey, watermelon,
I like
so
this one
a
as
lot
well.
of different notes. So
Mhm.
all of the notes are actually done by the sommelier of mezcal in the Institute of Sommelier in Mexico City. We literally send them the bottles and they send us the certificate, tasting notes, smelling notes, how to pair it with, so all of that.
How was
Okay, good to know.
the flavor?
Because I'm the type of person where
It's very good.
I don't
really
typically
good.
like
you
to
see
take
the different.
Uh-huh. Very different.
alcohol straight. I like to mix it with drinks. So the fact that you guys have a list of what it works best with would definitely be something that I think I'd be interested in
Well, the
researching
wilds,
further.
the wilds you do not mix, but the espadin,
The espadin.
first of all, because it's aphrodisiac, it's beautiful in espresso martini. Because it's aphrodisiac. It's beautiful in old fashioned. Any type of margarita that's not overbearing with too salty or too sweet or too sour, it's gonna bring out the agave. It's gonna be beautiful.
What about
And
mojitos?
dangerous.
Mojito,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
But dangerous because with Victorioso Mezcal, you don't taste the alcohol. You actually taste the plants. So when you drink it, it goes very smooth.
So you can swap mezcal for tequila in tequila-based drinks like margaritas
Absolutely.
and stuff like that. Okay,
Okay.
wow, this is
Even
this is-
Scotch and whiskey based
This
drinks.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
This one's
Very
pretty
good.
good. I like this.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you so much for coming through. We
Yes.
appreciate this. This
You're
was a cool little lesson. I
Mhm.
really like how much culture you guys infused into the brand. You guys got the
Yeah.
pyramid. You guys got the story. A lot of ancient gods.
Mhm.
You guys got the lightning striking the agave plant right here.
I love that it's exclusive. It's royal.
Mhm.
And family business.
family based. Yeah.
This brand is about celebration of life. It's
Mhm.
about open your aura, open your feelings, enjoy life,
Mhm.
celebrate every moment, but celebrate with Victorioso because this is the
Okay.
product that's going to give you beautiful energy, not going to give you hangovers because of no sugars unless you drink a bottle by
Absolutely.
yourself. We cannot help
Mhm.
that.
You drink a
Okay.
bottle by yourself, you're
There
out
you
here
go.
having some babies.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you
Some
go.
Victorioso
Yeah.
babies,
And-
premium babies.
And for us ladies, it actually gets our spirit and actually very relaxing. This is the
Okay.
only, how do I say it? Sometimes I don't speak English.
It's okay. Say
This
it in
is
Spanish.
the only
I'll hear it.
stimulant.
Oh,
Stimulant.
stimulant.
A lot of alcohol, they're depressants. They take you up, down, roller coaster. Because it has only natural sugars, it stimulates you, gives you beautiful energy.
Come on, stimulation. I'm here for the
And every day you
the
feel
little waterfalls.
victorioso,
Every day you feel victorioso.
Victorioso.
Victorious.
Victorioso.
Women and men.
Yes.
Victor-
For women, victoriosa. For men, victorioso. It's
Oh.
similar.
I like that. Well, I mean, I can't even think of a better note to go out on.
Yeah. That was
We
amazing.
appreciate our guests. Make sure you guys. Is there a website that they can find this
Yes.
at? Victorioso.
Mezcal.
Victorioso Mezcal at gmail.com.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
it.
well,
I'm
I mean, you
giving you
did
the
say
Gmail.
it's not available
Yeah.
for everybody
If you wanna
by
email 'em,
invitation
Yeah,
only.
if you'd
though.
like to email victoriosomezcal at gmail.com, but website is www.victoriosomezcal.com.
Right.
And you can learn about the family history and the brands and all the different products that are in the line. And if you need any questions, leave us messages and we'll be more than happy to respond.
Absolutely.
And thank you for your invitation for us.
Absolutely.
Thank you very
for
much for giving us
coming.
an
Thank you for
opportunity
coming.
to share the
Yeah.
product with your client.
Thank you for sharing the history and all this information. I feel like I kind of want to run a liquor company now. You guys just came
Oh,
with
my
this.
God.
I'm just saying they came with like super boss energy. They're like, yeah, we go to
Yes.
Mexico,
Yeah.
we fly out, we taste the product, we got it. It's premium. They came in a
So now you're
briefcase.
trying to
like,
be a
I want to be like them.
kingpin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord.
Thank
Well,
you.
we appreciate you guys so much for watching. This has
Thank
been
you
another
so
episode
much.
of Thick Threads. I've been Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Persephanie.
you.
Victorioso
Thank you, everybody.
Mezcal. Check it out.
Bye.
Thank you guys.